Hi, my name is Kathy, and I wanted to let you know that back in 2003, I was a supervisor at a children's shelter, and I was engaged to be married. And on July 11th, 2003, I was involved in a head-on collision. It was horrible. And a girl coming from the opposite direction stopped really fast because she didn't see the traffic in front of her and stopped. She hit the cable that was inside of the oleander bushes, which gave it like a springboard effect, and that SUV that she was driving, very large SUV, flipped upside down over the oleander bushes, landing on my car, stopping me instantly. I ended up with a broken femur in my leg, broken ribs, a compound fracture on my wrist. I had plates and pins in my wrist and my thumb, and I had to have 2 surgeries on my leg. First, I had plate and pins in my leg, and then I had a titanium steel rod put in because the plate and pins failed. Took me, I was in the hospital for 2 months. Took me another 2 years to get out of a wheelchair and hospital bed, and finally walking with a walker and eventually with a cane. And then during one summer shortly thereafter, I had gone back to work, and I had to take a demotion because they said I couldn't do the job as a supervisor. Part of the job being in a children's shelter is sometimes you have to contain the children or run after them because they try to run away. I could no longer run because I had a bad leg because of the accident. So I ended up by losing almost half of my income. So I went back to work, and then maybe a year later, during winter, I was having trouble walking again, so I brought my wheelchair. Well, they suddenly could not accommodate me. And so I ended up by having to retire early, which I was not ready to retire. But they said that they couldn't accommodate me. They'd have to fix the area to accommodate me, and that would take some time. And I wasn't willing to go back on disability. I wanted my job. So it was very upsetting. But somehow I got through it. And I know the good Lord was with me. So that was 2003. 2004, I got married to my second husband, and his name was Roy. And my dad danced with me at my wedding, and my dad died a month later. And Roy had cancer. He had terminal cancer, and I knew that when I married him, but I still loved him. I lost him in 2005. So my accident in 2003, losing my dad in 2004, my husband in 2005, and then in 2008, I discovered a lump underneath my arm, and I had breast cancer. But that's another story, and I'll tell you about that story too. Bye-bye.